is the fastest progression in any relationship. It really is. Now, this anime is the genres is action, adventure, fantasy, and the theme is isekai, all right? So, it's not really a romance anime. But this really did floor me. Like there like Akira, yeah, the dude's name is Akira and the elf gal name is Amelia. So these guys have pretty much vowed to be with one another, pretty much getting married, pretty much getting married. But in the context of an anime, I think it has been like a couple of months and whatnot, and they have gone through life and death situations, and Akira has helped Amelia a lot. But you guys know, if you guys are a romance genre fanatic like I am, I'm like an enthusiast of romance animes. This this is just incredibly fast paced that it really just I was like, already really, is this really like they're already like gonna like they're probably gonna already start like I wouldn't be surprised if like the next episode they already have kids and shit, or she's preggo at least. It's just so fast paced. And as an anime romance rom-com enthusiast, I love my romance animes. This is just so fast paced. This is episode 7 of this anime called My Status as an Assassin Obviously Exceeds the Hero. Just another basic isekai through and through, really basic. The whole hero versus demons, yeah, it's nothing new. But it's fairly entertaining. It has decent animation. It has like a good feel animation, like back in like the 2000s, 2010s. Oh man, it's like when this is what you want to see in a different romance anime. Like you just wish they would confess, because it would be like months after months of them just flirting or doubting. Just look at Rent a Girlfriend for an example, or Blue Box, or that one anime. Like there's just so many animes where like A Star Brighter Than the Sun. Like that's the current romance anime in the season, and then yeah. So you see all these rom coms, bro. This is episode 7. If they were already like confessing and like putting the little like the promise finger, that's like the ring finger right there for marriage. If they were already doing this stuff in the anime, we'd be like, wow. We'd be so shook. We'd be so surprised. That's why I'm shook right now. I'm like, hold up. I had to go check, man. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, is this a rom-com? No, it's not. Look, it's action, adventure, fantasy, isekai. The main genres. Of course, there's gonna be some romance overtly, but it's not what this anime is about. Primarily. So I was like, oh, I had to calm down a little bit. I'm like, shit. This rom-com or this romance is really breaking records as having the fastest progression. Period. Now, if you can mention a faster progression, that's actually a romance anime. This isn't romance, so obviously I'm just joking around saying that it's the fastest progression in romance. But if it was a romance, this would be a fucking miracle. Like Don't Tease Me Nagatoro. I already mentioned Rent a Girlfriend. What other romance are out there where it's like, damn, I wish they would just fucking confess, get it over with, damn it, because it's just so stressful sometimes. Oh. But this is just like a breath of fresh air. This is like a weight lifted off my shoulders to see them. Like, I am just so like, you guys, like, despite my surprise, and I am just so happy, incredibly happy to see these two together. I really am. I really, really am. When I see a relationship, I'm always cheering for them. I'm always wishing for the best. I'm always hoping And now it's gonna be even harder for me to see them. Like Amelia's life was in danger. I really didn't give two shits. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't give two shits. But now that these two are together, like, there's gonna be like there's gonna be a hell of a lot more urgency, in my opinion. You know, now that they're together, you know, it's kind of like, damn, I really don't want them to be separated. I really want to see them have a future. And obviously, Akira's not gonna go back to his homeworld, because unless he takes, I think he should just take Amelia, bro. Who wants to be in this shitty 18th century with magic and shit like this? Nah, man, ain't it, man. He needs just TVs, man. Oh man, he can always just hide Amelia's ears. You know, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. But yeah, guys, if you're a romance enthusiast or you like romance animes, oh, excuse me, guys. Oh shit, it's getting late. It's getting late. But if you like watching romance and rom-coms and you've seen as many as I have, and then you watch this anime, I'm telling you, man, if you're not surprised about the progression, then you haven't seen enough romance animes. You know, after 7 episodes, they're still beating around the bush. They're not getting anywhere. They're being like extremely insecure, and which sometimes it makes sense because they're still like in high school and shit. Whatever. You know, it's gonna be like 3 seasons later, and they're finally like confessing, bro. Or they're making dumb mistakes, like. But anyways, yeah, that's all I really want to say. Very surprising progression, but of course, not that surprising once you realize, you know, it's a fantasy anime. It's not supposed to really be action, adventure, fantasy. It's not isekai, you know, it's not supposed to be romance. But like I said, it's gonna be overtly romance, you know, some romance here and there, but that's not the main focus.